Hey, joining us now, food writer Vince Press. I'm liking this. In the mood for meatballs.
Yeah, Vince is a food columnist, a food writer, and you have a great job because you get to go around Rochester and find the best of. And this morning you've got a couple different things, including these meatballs that are just calling our name.
I do. These are from a little roadside barbecue place called Good Smoke in East Rochester, and I try to find those hidden gems around town each month. So December I wrote about meatballs. Other months I may write about Brussels sprouts, French onion soup, margaritas, gnocchi, whatever I'm in the mood for, and hopefully you are. So.
What are you in the mood for now? I mean, you've covered every single thing we love. I mean, what are you working on for January? Can you tell us?
I can. I might do categories. I might jump and do something like spicy food. People have written in about Cuban sandwich. Everyone always writes in about pasta. Chicken French, which is
a Rochester thing.
I know. I didn't know that until this year.
It is.
I thought chicken French was, you know,
I did.
French.
I thought it was like
it's
a French dish. I feel so fancy eating it.
So look out for those. But really, the way people make decisions about where to eat is either by restaurant or I'm in the mood for this, honey, let's go. And there wasn't an article, really, that covered what I'm in the mood for. So if you're in the mood for meatballs, I'll tell you the 5 places that are doing it well, differently, or again, uncovering hidden gems.
You've got you write for Rochester Magazine, okay? And this is the January issue with Lovely Warren on the cover. So in this month's issue, you actually cover a few things, right?
It is. This is a roundup of what I forgot, because I always get emails. When I cover meatballs, I may go to 4 or 5 places. Like Avino has some great lamb meatballs, or the Erie Grill, which has duck meatballs, or these moik balls, which are bacon-wrapped smoked meatballs. But I'll always get an email saying, hey, how could you forget Tony D's? Or how could you forget? So this is a roundup, and then I go back to covering just one item each month.
Okay, you've got greens and beans here.
Another Rochester classic.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, you got it all. Bisque, poutine.
Yep, bisque, spring rolls. I try to find spring rolls that are different, not just Asian spring rolls, but Tap and Mallet has a bologna and Swiss spring roll, which is very interesting.
You know what? Yeah, you know what? I love when I read this. Is sometimes we get into a routine. We're like, oh, I always go to JoJo's for this particular dish. But it's like, well, if I like that dish, why don't I venture out and try something different? And that option is there. And it makes me think of all the people who say, oh, there's nothing good to eat in Rochester. And I listen to this, and I'm like, oh, just look.
Oh, there's phenomenal places and phenomenal chefs. And this article really uncovers who's doing it well, who's using locally sourced ingredients, which servers know their stuff, who's grinding their own meat. So.
You know what? I think it's great, though, because for years, people will say to me, where do you want to go eat? And a lot of times we'd say, oh, I don't know. There's so many places, and I love that you've kind of corralled them all into this article so that people can see that there's so many different kinds of restaurants. And you know it, too, when you go sit down at a restaurant, that you know when they're using top quality ingredients. You can taste it.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's evident, right?
Yeah, and I eat at 15 to 20 places a month just to get my top.
You really do have a rough
5 or 6.
Yeah,
I know,
terrible.
and I can feel it.
How do you keep your girlish figure? I mean, I really am impressed.
That. Yeah. But I was telling Norma earlier, it's not only appetizers and entrees and savory stuff. I've done breakfast. Margaritas, Bloody Marys, which were both very tough to research.
Okay, I'm glad you got through it to get to this stuff. That's really great.
So people suggest ideas to you, right, for the monthly features, right?
They do. They email me, or they'll hit me on Twitter and suggest, and that's really how.
Where can they find you on Twitter, just so people can follow you right now?
At VL Press.
VL Press?
Yes,
at VL Press.
VL Press.
That's a Twitter handle, all right.
And you're doing something TV related, if I'm not mistaken. What's going on there?
This is it. This is the TV related.
Is this your TV debut?
It is.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm more than happy to come back each month and talk to you about what I uncovered. But it is on, you can find it all on the DNC website too, under Rock Flavors.
Okay, so we're going to try it. We're going to try these.
Beautiful.
We're going to try a moink.
All right, let's do the moink.
So again, what are you looking for when you're picking the best one?
Well, something moist, something that's not dried out, and I love something different. So these are wrapped in bacon. They have a homemade barbecue sauce. A lot of places will not make their own barbecue sauces from scratch.
That's terrible.
And Good Smoke makes.
It's terrible. I'm going to take this away from all of you guys. You guys don't want to eat this.
No, it's so bad.
I apologize to Norma for not. I had poutine lined up to bring in, and poutine is, of course, French fries with cheese curds and gravy.
It's the best of everything in a bowl.
I couldn't get it in this morning, but I did a poutine article a couple months ago, and poutine is a Canadian late-night snack popping up in smaller cities.
What's going on? Why is it all of a sudden, I mean, we're not far from Canada, why is all of a sudden we're all going, what's that? What's poutine?
Well, in bigger cities, in New York and others, it's certainly been around for a while, but even in the last year, Dinosaur has a poutine now.
Do they really?
Pimento cheese on it.
Wow.
And Tappan Mallet, and the poutine truck, and the Revelry, which is a new spot, has a wonderful poutine with a duck confit on top.
Yeah, the ladies who run Le Petit Poutine are just phenomenal.
Yeah, they're great.
So. Well, Vince, it's been great talking to you.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah, we look forward to seeing you again sometime.
Keep reading, and please send more suggestions.
At VL Press on Twitter.
At VL Press.
At VL Press. Send him your suggestions for where he needs to go next.